what's up, everybody? It's just Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and always hit them. And today we have another interesting episode for you guys. You definitely want to stick around for this one, so make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Again, if you're hearing any noise in the background, that's the rain, so just excuse me. I cannot control the weather, so we just take it as it comes. So anyway, let me get into this here. So there's no doubt whatsoever that Anthony Davis is arguably one of the top 5 or 6 talented players in the NBA. I don't think this is a question. If we're just looking at his raw talent and his physical gifts, I think AD is easily one of the 5 most talented players. We're just talking about raw talent in the NBA. But there's also no doubt that AD is also turned into one of the most disappointing players in the NBA, given his gifts and his stature, right? Like, there's no question about this. For a guy that is still in the heart of his prime, I believe Anthony Davis is about 29 years old, 28, 29 years old. He doesn't seem to be as motivated as other players in his position, to really want to get the most out of himself. And it's something that the Lakers supporter and LeBron James supporter and Shannon Sharpe has complained about bitterly on TV. Shannon Sharpe has made his thoughts crystal clear on where he stands with Anthony Davis, especially after AD came out and made the comments that he hadn't touched the basketball since April. And he basically explained his offseason regimen, right? Drew a lot of eyebrows, and a lot of people were like, wait a minute, did this guy just say this? So really, this is what you're doing? And Shannon Sharpe's point of contention was simply this. He's like, listen, AD, you're always injured, you're always having issues. Change something up. Maybe you need to change up something in your routine, right? So a lot of people, came at AD for that. And another voice is Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller is another one that has some strong opinions about that. However, it seems as if another NBA great player who played a similar position as Anthony Davis also has some strong opinions on Anthony Davis. And essentially he called him out and said, hey, listen, man, it's time for you to step up. Now, before I go any further, this video is brought to you by Aura, the official sponsor of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is today? It's identity theft. Imagine trying to log into your email only to see that your password has been changed. Then you start getting weird notifications from your bank and credit cards, only to find out that all of your personal and sensitive information has been totally compromised. If you think it can happen to you and your family, just know that in 2020, over 49 million Americans were victims to identity theft, costing them a combined $56 billion. That is why we are excited to partner with Aura, who's the sponsor of this video. Aura is the #1 identity theft and financial fraud protection. Aura monitors the dark web and alerts you if any of your passwords and accounts have been breached. And funny enough, after using Aura, I discovered some of my credentials were floating around in the dark web, and the app showed me exactly when and where the breach happened. In addition, Aura allows you to set spending alerts, and they'll notify you of any suspicious transactions. Aura is 4 times faster than any of its competitors in alerting you if someone is trying to open a credit card or obtain a loan using your name. And remember this, every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity fraud. Don't let it happen to you. Now click the link in the description and try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if any of you or your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial at aura.com/dreamerspro. And when you try Aura, by using the link in the description below, also know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So for those of you who missed the comments that Kevin Garnett had to make about Anthony Davis, take a listen to what KG had to say about Anthony Davis, and we're going to come back and react to it. Take a listen to that.
If I'm talking to AD right now, bro, get lost. Go to Hawaii somewhere. Straight up and down. When you come into camp better in shape than anybody and everybody. That's what you should be focused on. You should go for the MVP for the 2022-23 season. All Celtics fans gonna hate me for saying that, but I'm your OG, and that's what I think. Feel me? I'm still Celtics for life, still C's for life, still Soda for life, still Brooklyn for life. But that's my OG advice to AD. If he not doing that, it's his turn to carry the torch. Bron, I carried this motherfucker for a whole decade and then some. It's the only reason he came to the Lakers, right?
Yep.
AD came to the Lakers to be an MVP and to take the torch from bro and carry it. So this is what we on.
AD, listen to your OG. That's all. That's all I'm gonna
That
say.
shit killed me, bro. He said he ain't touched a rock. I ain't gonna do that. But
Touch a rock, AD, please.
not even touch a rock.
We got
But go
something
back
right
and
here.
watch yourself. And be real with yourself. Watch it by yourself. Be real with yourself. Go in the lab and get. There's no way he's probably not top 10, top 5 in this game. Come on, man. That's all I'm gonna say, because I'm gonna start getting heat. I feel myself sweating already. But real.
That's why we rock with you. That's why you are who you are. That's why you have the respect that you have.
Watching that, man, he can be so much better than what he is. And, you know, I don't know what's around him, but yeah, I would love to be able to work with somebody like that. I can't wait to see. Oh man, I'm actually looking forward to that influence on him, because he can be MVP of the league, man. He should be MVP of the league one time.
So you heard what Kevin Garnett had to say, and here are my thoughts. The story of AD reminds me of the story of Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol. When Pau first arrived in LA, he was viewed as a great 7-foot-tall, supremely skilled basketball player when he was playing with the Memphis Grizzlies. But he was also viewed as a finesse player. Pau Gasol had that reputation. And when the Lakers met the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals and faced this same Kevin Garnett, they were beaten in 6 games, and game 6 was ugly. I saw it. I mean, it was a blowout, right? And when Kobe Bryant was asked about the reasons the Lakers lost to the Celtics, he said, they were a tougher, meaner team than us, and we needed to get tougher. He said we basically went up against a team of a bunch of you know what, right? That's what he said. But he also went further. In the documentary, the Muse documentary, we got an excerpt from it, where he basically explained how he took that Lakers team that had lost to the Boston Celtics and really morphed them into a team that could, number one, go toe-to-toe with that Boston Celtics team from a physical standpoint, but also from a mental aspect. So I want to read what Kobe Bryant had to say from an article from Slam magazine. And let me just get into his quotes. He says, if I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down my way, leading this team. This team is going to have my personality, is going to have my grit. They're going to have my fight. They're going to have my will. They're going to have my competitive spirit. So when we step on the basketball court, you're not just facing me and my competitive fire. You're facing 12 of those. For me, it's that ferocity or that anger, that rage, and I carry that with me. Now, it became, how do I instill this into the rest of my teammates? Using the darker emotions, the anger or resentment or frustration and sadness, and using that as a weapon, using that as a form of offense. It's a scar, it's pain, it's a bad memory. Some people are afraid to tap into that side of them, but it's such a powerful thing. Once they own it themselves, then sky is the limit, because they are going to drive themselves and pull it from who they are and all of their life experiences and things that motivate them. They had to embrace the villain nature that is in all of us. I gave them a platform to unleash. The challenge was not only to win, but to win multiple ones and to be able to sit at the same lunch table with the muses. Michael, Magic, I want to be at the table, to sit down at the same table with them and belong there. And I'm very proud to be able to say I can do that. So those were the eloquent, well said quotes from Kobe Bryant. And basically, he gave you a behind the scene view of how he was able to transform the mentality of that Los Angeles Lakers group and turn them into something ferocious to be able to face that Boston Celtics team in the 2009-2010 NBA Finals. So you heard it there. Here's my conclusion on this. I believe that there are 3 variables if you want to see change in Anthony Davis. Number 1, option 1 is that AD drives himself. He pushes himself. He becomes a self-starter. He becomes extremely self-motivated, and no one has to tell him to do it. That's number 1. Option number 2 is LeBron James instills his drive in him like Kobe Bryant did with his teammates. LeBron actually takes AD under his wing and leads him not just by example or by saying nice things to him, but also saying harsh things to him, getting under his skin, pushing him. There's so many stories of Kobe Bryant doing this to his own teammates, including Pau Gasol. And there's a famous story out there of after they beat them in the Olympics, and Kobe Bryant went and hung his jersey, Olympic jersey, in Pau's locker just to get him pissed off heading into the season. Is LeBron willing to do that and really bring out the best in Anthony Davis when he himself is not self-motivated? And by he, I'm referring to Anthony Davis. And number 3, to Kevin Garnett's point, Rasheed Wallace instills some toughness and seriousness in Anthony Davis. Or it can all remain the same and nothing can happen. And you can get more of what, or Laker fans can get more of what they've been getting from Anthony Davis, which is just a bunch of disappointment. I think it's also important to understand that not everyone wants to be a LeBron James, a Kevin Garnett, or Michael Jordan. Not everybody wants that. Some people are just content with, gaining some success, gaining some money, and just coasting. While there are other people that just want more and want to maximize everything that they got. And if AD doesn't want it, you need to factor that in as well. What's the saying? You can bring a horse to the river, but you can't force the horse to drink. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Catch y'all on the next episode. Peace.